everyone, my name is Shannon, but you guys can call me Jen. And welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my first weekend reading vlog of 2021. Hi! I am here. It is cleaning day, hence why I'm still in my pajamas. It is my Mugglecast podcast t-shirt, which I love. But I'm here, and I thought I might as well start my vlog. So this weekend, not a lot going on. Tonight, playing a game of D&D with my friends. And other than that, really nothing's going on. So, I have 2 books currently on the go. I have The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon, which I am just over halfway. I'm on page 278. And I also have The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin. I am literally 50 pages into this. Little baby 50 pages. But I have the audiobook for this as well, so I'm going to be reading this. But this book, so far, batshit crazy. Don't know what's going on, but I love it. I don't know what's going on, but I love it. So, intrigued to keep going with this. And I'm very intrigued to keep going with The Bone Season because I'm really enjoying this, which is awesome. But yeah, those are the books that I have to read this weekend. So I'm going to take you along with me. So let's get this started. Friends, it is officially now Saturday. I'm here in my office and I just finished my live stream. Thank you guys so much for coming out. If you did, I enjoyed it immensely. It was so much fun to be back with you guys. And I did some more character work, which is something that I'm working on for a video that you guys see at the end of the month. I did some character work and I finished closed captioning a video, so that was super fun. But yeah, I have managed to get as so far that like my character sitting in the back of my head talking to me kind of style, which has never happened before. And I can see him sitting there, the character that I was working with, Jackson. I can see him sitting there and I can see him as though it was me sitting with him in an interview room actually asking him questions. So that was super fun. But yeah, it was so lovely to do a live stream. Again, it's been so long since I've done a live stream that I knew I needed to do one and I wanted to do one. And I will probably do one, maybe not next weekend, but the weekend after, depending on how I feel. If I want to do one this weekend, I will, because what else am I going to do? If I have something planned, I won't. But as of right now, it'll be probably the following weekend because there's a lot of weeks in January. But yeah, I also did it on my iPad this time so that my computer didn't overheat, which worked out so much better. And then I did everything basically by hand in my notebooks, but oh, amazing. But yes, that was so much fun. But yeah, I think I'm going to go eat something because I'm very hungry and then maybe read or do something else. I haven't yet read anything this weekend. Yesterday I got an order of yarn, as I always do, and I decided to make a little like crochet amigurumi appa from Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I realized that I didn't order enough white yarn, or the white yarn that I was using, so I ran out of that. I made his body and his tail, and I started his face, and then I ran out of white yarn. And then last night I did his like stomach detail, some of it, and then I did like the back arrow and like the stripe detail. I did that as well. So I have all like most of the pieces. I just need to get more of that white yarn. But as of now, I don't really, I'm not in the mood to read right now, but I might later. Probably The Bone Season, because I kind of want to finish that one this weekend. And I feel like I can because it is a very, very fast read to get through. The pages just fly by. So I'm gonna kind of close down all my technology and I'm gonna go eat something. It's a little bit later and I'm in bed. It's about 10 o'clock and I haven't really done much today except for some more character work, but that is something for another video. But right now, I'm actually going to keep working on that video by watching a lecture. And I'm very excited to keep watching these lectures and just enjoy them immensely. But yeah, this weekend's been pretty uneventful. And hopefully tomorrow is a little bit more things are going to happen. Probably not. I know we're going for a walk in the morning, and I want to try and read as much of the Bone season as I can. I've just been kind of going at this month of reading as a little bit more of a lax month. Well, except for the 2 books that I read for my Starless Sea video, which is where I read books compared to my favorite book, Starless Sea. I read 2 books in like 2 days just to finish that video because I wanted to get it out of the way. And before that, I wanted to finish whatever books I was reading. So I've already read 6 books this month, and it is like the 17th tomorrow. So we're doing pretty good. And I have, as I said, 2 more on the go. Didn't really read a whole lot today. Didn't read anything today. Don't know what I'm saying. But tomorrow, hopefully, I will read. That is my goal for tomorrow, is just to read. So, looking forward to that. But yes, tonight we ended up watching a show on Netflix called Somebody Feed Phil. And we now have finished it. My parents have. I haven't seen them all. I just caught some here and there when they were watching it when I wasn't teaching. And I love that show with my whole heart. It is such a happy show. And Phil Rosenthal, he's the guy who like goes around. He's this really famous actor, producer, writer guy. He worked on Everybody Loves Raymond, and his wife was actually an actor on Everybody Loves Raymond, and like he based a bunch of characters off of people in his life. It was great, and he's so funny and he's so happy. That show is just a burst of sunshine in this very, very dull world and very, very evil world right now, but loved it. But yeah, that's what we did tonight. I ended up doing a lot of character work, just sitting in my living room from about 3 o'clock on, and I did so much character work. Oh, you can't really see it because it's very glary, but like so much that my hand started to hurt. So that's awesome, and I want to keep going with it because it's making me like actually have these characters in my head, which is everything. But yeah, that's what I've done today. Not a whole lot. I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna watch my lecture, and I'll probably catch you guys tomorrow. Lovely friends, happy Sunday. I am here in my office and it's Sunday. I'm in an old sweater that I tore the letters off of because all the letters were like curling off, but I miss the sweater. I miss how yellow and bright it is. So I'm wearing it today because I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything except for hanging out. I decided not to go on a walk this morning because I had the worst sleep. It was one of those sleeps that I was up and tossing and turning, and my blankets kept doing something stupid, and I was hot, and it was just awful. So I decided not to, and I stayed in bed for a little while longer. But now I'm here with my coffee. I'm catching up on some booktube, and I plan on reading today. I would love to get as much done of the bone season as I can. I am over halfway through, as I said at the beginning of this video, but we shall see. I have this much left to go because this edition has the Pale Dreamer novella attached to it. So this is the rest of the book that I have to read. So that literally won't take me long at all. I guess like technically I'm nearing the like 75 darkest moment % part. So yeah, that's the kind of reader I am. I look at books and I go, oh, I'm nearing the 75% mark. Get ready for the darkest moment. And then it comes and then I get sad. But that's what happens when you study story structures. You get to know when everything happens. So I will, yeah, it's just gonna be a chill Sunday, which I'm very much looking forward to, but I'm gonna finish my coffee, or I'm gonna enjoy my coffee because I still have a lot of it left. My very foamy latte, and then I'm going to continue watching a booktube, then read. Hello, my lovely friends. It is now a little bit later, and I am here in my library because my parents are upstairs and I can't update you when they're in the room because they look at me funny and they don't like that. So I'm here. I ended up finishing the bone season and I am so mad that I'm on a book buying ban right now because I really want the next ones because this was really good and I really enjoyed it. There were, I don't want to say like pacing issues, but there were parts where I was just kind of like, this is kind of slow. I don't really know what's going on. And there are some things that aren't very clear in here. So it's probably around a 4-star for me, but I have to give it like a day before I can like actually wrap my head around a rating. And I'll put it through my compile system and all that. But it was so good and I can tell why people really love this series. I am so ready for the second and the third. I think actually the second and the third are in ebook form on Scribd, so I might read that at some point. I don't want to dive into the next one quite yet. I haven't done that with series in a long time and I'm just not in the mood for it right now to just like dive in. But I did really love this book and the reading experience because it was so quick. Like I don't even think I spent 3 hours reading it and I'm done. That last chunk that I had to read, so that's awesome. But yeah, I'm done my book and I really liked it. 7th book of 2021 finished. Now I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I'm not really in the mood to read like anything that's on my current TBR. I could possibly start reading like Addie LaRue, but I don't want to read something slow. I don't really know what I'm in the mood to read at all, so I think I'm just gonna leave tonight as a wash for reading and do some writing or do something creative instead, or probably just end up watching like YouTube and crocheting. Either one is pretty good. But yes, I'm really happy I finished this. I'm not really in the mood to read The City We Became right now because this is so clear and this is like the prose is fantastic and it is YA, so it is really easy to follow. The City We Became, I have no idea what's going on in it and I feel like I need a lot of brain power to get through it, so I'm not in the mood to read that right now, so I will probably keep working on that this week. But as of right now, I don't know what to read. I don't know what to pull onto my shelves. I do have The Midnight Library, The Sky Beyond the Storm, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I do have my book club book that I could start reading, but I'm just not in the mood for any of these books. So yeah, I think I'm gonna try maybe do something creative. I think my friend Sarah Sutton has a live stream that's starting within the hour, within like 15 minutes or something. And I might hop on that and do some like character work, possibly keep working on my other video, or just throw everything else out the window and watch campaign 1 of Critical Role and crochet. Really, either would be great. But yeah, super happy that I finished this baby and I really enjoyed it, so that's awesome. But yes, If you haven't read a Samantha Shannon book, definitely do, because I read The Priory of the Orange Tree, which is her absolutely massive tome. I want to say 2019. I can't remember. I don't think it was 2020. It was 2019. And I really, really liked it. And I was like, wow, I really need to read more of what she writes. And I'm really glad that I did. This is definitely more of a like dystopian type of world, with these beings that are like a cross between angels and gods, which is really interesting. And I don't know anything about them, but I do know some things about them because of this book, but like there are so many questions and so many things that could happen. And I'm intrigued as hell. And I can't wait to keep going when I decide to keep going with this. But yeah, book number 7 of 2021 completed. And I will probably catch up with you guys a little later today to let you know what I ended up doing. But other than that, I will catch you later. Happy Monday in my extremely whitewashed room. There. I am here because I realized I never really updated you last night. I ended up not reading, not even crocheting. Did I crochet? No, I crocheted. I'm almost done the front panel of my sweater. But I ended up watching a Yorkshire Ripper, like 4-episode documentary on Netflix. It was fabulous. I was gonna watch Night Stalker because I've heard good things about it, but then I've also heard people get really creeped out by it. So I was like, maybe not a good thing to watch at night, right before I'm going to bed, because I'm the kind of person who gets scared very easily. But I'm here, sort of the end of the vlog. I realize this vlog is going to be very, very short for you guys, which is rare on my channel, I know, but I want to vlog for you guys anyways. So I might as well put up what I have. But I wanted to share some mail I got this week because I realized I didn't actually share any mail that I got this week. So I got my order, the end of an order that I made at the like the end of 2020, like the 25th, 26th of December. I got the first book, which is The City We Became, actually. And I finally got the second one in the mail because it needed a few weeks to ship, and that is The Blue Castle by L.M. Montgomery, and I'm really excited to read this in February. I've heard really good things, and my friend thinks I'm gonna love it, so I ordered it. I'm gonna read it, and this copy is just beautiful. I absolutely adore this. So that is that. Can't wait to read that one. And it's an L.M. Montgomery that's not Anne of Green Gables based. It's one of her other books, so that's really exciting. And I decided to treat myself to some new DnD dice, and this is like specifically because Critical Role opened up a Canadian shop so that like the shipping is less for Canadian people and it's like a lot quicker, which I'm so happy about. So I definitely had to, I was like looking on the site and whatever, and they had their Vox Machina character dice on it. And I've started watching campaign 1, and I haven't yet actually met this character because where I started it, the voice actor who plays her is like on location filming a show at the time, so she's not part of the campaign as much as the other ones. But this dice that I got is so beautiful. So I have a new dice bag, which is stunning, that I'm going to put all my dice in because my dice bag is little and full. So I'm gonna put all of these in here as well so that I have all my dice in one lovely bag. But I got my pike dice. Let's see if I can focus on it instead. I don't know if it will. Yeah, pike dice. Anyways, it's really pretty and it is so beautiful, but I have rolled this d20 a few times and every single time it's been like a 6 or a 4, so I'm concerned that this is going to be unlucky when I'm playing. But this is my dice. It's going to be my DM dice when I DM my games, and it's going to be a character's dice when I actually am able to play her in a campaign, just because she's in my own head. But yes, so that is it, my friends. I have had a lot of work in the past like 2 hours that I've done, and like it's a lot of like just scheduling stuff for the future and like setting reminders and stuff like that, which is nice to see that things are starting to pick up a little bit at my editing job. Fingers crossed that things start to go back to normal now. But this weekend, other than all that, has been pretty relaxing. Yesterday, I ended up, other than watching that documentary before that, I hung out in my friend Sarah Sutton's live stream for a while, and I got to do another character interview, which is awesome. And that's great, trucking away on that. And I managed to read one book this weekend, or finish one book at least. I read The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. And other than that, hasn't really been a very busy weekend. All things considered, it's been an okay start to 2021 so far. I hope you guys are doing very well in this beginning a month of 2021. I hope things aren't too crazy and things are starting to get back to normal for you guys, and that it's been an okay start to your year. I'm gonna leave it here, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in another video soon. Stay kind and keep on reading.